We here at Linking Systems are cloud experts who are passionate about getting our customers the best value. And if you are a small business who needs a basic website hosted, you don't get any better value than free. Now, Google doesn't just give away free web hosting to everyone, though. There are some caveats. Google gives away new users free credit to try out the services for up to a year. You get $300 as of this recording. They also give away a small amount of services free for life, something they call their always free tier. This includes 5 gigabytes of cloud storage, 50,000 Class B type operations, the type of operation used to access your website, and 1 gigabyte of network traffic from North America to any other location other than China and Australia each and every month. Of course, Google could change their policy in time, so be sure to check the pricing terms and conditions before you follow this tutorial. So the key to keeping your website free is to host your website in one of Google's free tier regions. US East 1, US West 1, or US Central 1, and keeping the site pretty light. Think a basic website like something that a church or civic organization would build, a restaurant menu, that sort of thing. You'll also want to limit the amount of photos and other graphics on your website to keep under the 1 gigabyte limit each month. If your site does become a viral sensation overnight, don't worry though. Network charges over the 1 gigabyte limit are very reasonable. Just keep an eye out on your bill, and Google will even provide estimated monthly charges so you can see if you might go over the free tier usage before it's too late. There's one last caveat worth mentioning here. You won't be able to run any server-side programming languages like PHP, ASP, or Java. If you want to create an interactive website, you can still use JavaScript though, so not all hope is lost. For the first step, you'll need to register for a Gmail account if you don't already have one. For step 2, you'll need to register your domain name, again, if you don't already have one. You can use any domain registrar you'd like, but I recommend using Google Domains with the same account as you're going to continue through the rest of this process, as it will make things easier once you get to step 5. Pricing among registrars don't vary that much, so your main concern will be to ensure you pick a registrar that supports your preferred GLTD or generic top-level domain, think .com, .biz, or .co.uk, and provides basic DNS hosting. Most registrars, including Google Domains, provide basic DNS hosting for free, but there are also independent DNS providers you could use, but that's outside the scope of this tutorial. It's also worth mentioning that registering a domain name isn't free, but a basic web domain only costs around $12 a year, so the real savings is going to be in the free web hosting. Once you've registered your domain name, you'll need to add a CNAME record to your DNS configuration. Exactly how you do this is going to vary by provider, so we won't go into detail on how to do that. Just know that you'll need to add a CNAME record for www.yourawesomecompany.com that points to c.storage.googleapis.com. This is a common DNS configuration task, so just search for instructions on how to add a CNAME record for the provider you used. Now let's log into the Google Cloud Platform by going to console.cloud.google.com. If you've not already signed into your Gmail account, you'll be asked to log in. Otherwise, you'll go straight to the main console landing page. Now it's time to set up your billing account and first project. But again, don't worry, you won't be charged unless you exceed their always free tier and new user credit, which you shouldn't as long as you're following the tips outlined here. If your website goes viral, well, then that's a whole nother story. Click on the navigation menu on the upper left-hand side of the console and choose Billing. Now click Add Billing Account and follow the prompts to set up your payment method. Now let's create a project to host your website in. A project is Google's way of organizing resources and permissions, kind of like how a company might organize different departments. Google may have already created a default project for you, but let's ignore that for now. When you create a new project, your billing account will automatically be associated with it, just as an FYI. Click on the navigation menu again, but this time scroll down to the IAM and admin section and choose Manage Resources from the submenu. From here, you'll click Create Project. You can name it anything you'd like, but I'd recommend naming it so that you know that the project is specifically for hosting your website. Click Create, and then let Google do its thing. In a few short moments, you'll see your project show up in the list once it's ready. Now we're finally at the step you really came here for, getting your website hosting set up. Go back to the navigation menu and click on Storage. From there, click on the Create Bucket icon. You'll need to name your bucket the name of your website, like www.myawesomecompany.com. My company's website is www.linkingsystems.net, so that's what I happen to name my bucket. At this point, this is where having registered your domain name under the same account with Google Domains comes in handy. Otherwise, you will be prompted to verify you are the rightful owner of the domain, which Google does provide a link on how to do that if it applies to you. Click Continue, and for location type, select Region. For location, choose the region that's closest to your business or where your customers are located. But remember that to remain in the free tier, you'll want to stick with US East 1, US West 1, or US Central 1. Click Continue once more, leave the default setting of standard, and then click Continue again. Under Access Control Model, set permissions uniformly at bucket level, and then Continue. Advanced settings are optional, and the defaults are okay here, so just go ahead and click on Create. Within a few seconds, you'll see the bucket show up in the browser section of the Storage console. Find the bucket and follow to the far right where you'll see 3 dots. Click those 3 dots and choose Edit Bucket Permissions. The Permissions panel will appear to the right of that. Click Add Members and then type in All Users. Then use the Select Role button to scroll down to the Storage and then Storage Object Viewers from that submenu. Just be sure to select Storage, not Storage Legacy. There's no sense in using the legacy configuration with your brand new website. Click Save, and then click on the 3 dots again, but this time choose Edit Website Configuration. For main page, enter the default page you want to load when a visitor types in your website name. This will typically be index.html. For the 404 page, you can specify a special error page or just point it back to the same page as your main page. Now we're in the final stretch. Time to upload your website. Use the Upload Files button to select your website content to upload into your bucket. If it's a bit more complicated and includes subdirectories, upload those via the Upload Folder button. Pro tip: if you aren't savvy writing your own HTML, there are a variety of free website builder tools out there available on the internet. If you want to skip the hassle altogether, though, check out sites like Fiverr to find someone to help build the site for you. Just remember to ask for a static hosted website design, not something hosted on WordPress. If you'd like to see how we can help your business get more value out of the cloud, visit us at www.linkingsystems.net. We're available for cloud migrations, cloud architectural design, optimization, automation, and more. Thank you very much.